Hi everyone, today I will briefly highlight Malaysia's challenge in balancing economic growth with environmental conservation. As the country continues to develop from agriculture to industrialization and urban expansion, our progress has improved living standards but also increased pressures on forests, rivers and coastal ecosystems. Because Malaysia is one of the world's mega diverse nations, protecting our environment is crucial for long-term stability. To address this, the government has committed to net zero emissions by 2050 and introduced initiatives such as the ecological fiscal transfer, which rewards states for conserving forests. In 2026 budget, RM 2.38 billion was allocated to the Ministry of Natural Resources and Environmental Sustainability, including RM 250 million for conservation and community ranger programs. The private sector and communities also contribute. TNB integrates biodiversity protection into its renewable energy projects, while partnerships like Aramco Malaysia and GEC empower local communities to restore mangrove ecosystem. In short, Malaysia is working to balance development and conservation, but continuous effort and adaptation are needed to secure a sustainable future.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is NURUL. I will start with the importance of growth and conservation in sustainable development. The first importance is support fair and inclusive development. Sustainable development resolves inequalities by ensuring equal accessibility to economic opportunities, healthcare, education and clean water. Providing basic necessity like pipe water by the idea of groundbreakers and solar mini-grids in Africa empowers marginalized population, especially for women, and improve health. It creates inclusive economic opportunities and reduce social inequalities. The second importance is driving innovation and sustainable production practices. Sustainable development push businesses to explore creative methods like waste minimization, circular economics. Programs like Patagonia's Worn Wear encourage reuse, repair, recycling, reducing waste, and conserving resources. AI-powered recycling like Zen Robotic makes the process safer, quicker, and more precise. It also enabling more material to be recycled and diverting waste from landfill. It shows that sustainability is about creating smarter, more efficient way to meet both human needs and business demand. The third importance is preserving nature for a healthy planet. Conservation and sustainability are crucial for maintaining ecological balance and planetary health. Biodiversity supports ecosystem health and resilience by ensuring vital natural processes like pollination, decomposition, and water purification continue effectively. Conservation, protecting forests and ocean, help to absorb carbon dioxide, while sustainable practices like the renewable energy lower the emission, ensuring natural system can provide essential resource.
Last but not least, the fourth importance is promoting awareness and community involvement. It can be done by teaching about the impact of daily action, foster understanding and responsibility. It can lead to the adoption of eco-friendly habits like the program School. Furthermore, actively involving local communities make the conservation efforts more effective and sustainable. Lastly, community-led projects like the mangrove restoration. It protects ecosystem by provide economic benefit like improved fisheries and gain stronger and long-term support.
Assalamualaikum. My name is AINA FATIHAH BINTI KHAIRUZAMMAN and I will continue this slide. So, what's the strategy that government do for balancing the economic growth? Firstly is inclusive fiscal policy for equitable growth. The main idea is to ensure the economic growth benefits all segments of society, not just the wealthy. Government can achieve this through progressive taxation, where high-income individual and large corporation pay more, and the revenue is redirected to social services, infrastructure and financial aid programs. Long-term investment are also important, such as renewable energy, green technology, and critical infrastructure, which support growth while creating jobs. Finally, a multi-objective framework ensures a balance between economic growth, reducing inequality, and sustainability. Inclusive fiscal policy is the key to equitable and sustainable growth. Secondly is green industrial policy for sustainable development. This strategy focuses on promoting environmentally friendly industry and green technologies. Key areas include low carbon industry, renewable energy, and clean technology. Government can also support this through tax incentive, subsidy, green financial, and public-private R&D collaboration. The benefits are clear to create new jobs, reducing carbon emission, and enhance global competitiveness. Green policy ensures the economic growth is achieved without harming the environment. Next strategy is inclusive growth and inequality reduction. The aim is to ensure the economic growth benefits all social groups, not only the wealthy. This can be done by increasing the minimum wage, expanding skills training programs, improve financial access, and strengthening social safety nets. By doing so, countries build stable and productive society, where growth is paired with social justice. Inclusive growth helps reduce income disparities and promotes long-term economic stability. Lastly is innovation and technology for sustainable and high-quality growth. Modern technologies include digitalization and renewable energy, increase efficiency, and reduce resource waste. This strategy also creates high-tech and green jobs, accelerates the transition to a green economy, and enhance global competitiveness. Overall, leveraging innovation and technology allow countries to achieve efficient, sustainable, and environmentally friendly economic growth.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is NUR SHAZWANIEZA binti SHAMSUDDIN. Next, I will continue to explain about the strategies for balancing conservation. First of all, the first strategies for balancing conservation is through Environmental Impact Assessment (EIA). Environmental Impact Assessment (EIA) is a systematic system that involves evaluating the potential environmental impact, both positive and negative, of a proposed plan, policy, program, or project. Before deciding to proceed, it also plays important roles as an environmental protection tool and economic risk management mechanism. According to the Malaysian Environment Department, EIA is gathered under the Environmental Quality Act 1974 and is mandatory for projects such as highway construction, large-scale plantations, and commercial logging to prevent unwanted environmental damage and avoid conflicts between communities and developers through early and open communication. Its implementation can be seen in the West Coast Expressway WCE development, where EIA identified risks to fauna habitats such as tapirs and white balls, resulting in wildlife crossing to reduce accidents and protect the ecosystem, balancing economic growth and environmental preservation. If a project fails to carry out EIA, it causes negative impacts and leads to strict legal action, including fines up to 500,000 ringgit or imprisonment, as shown by a waste paper recycling plan that was fined 20,000 ringgit for not obtaining EIA approval. The second strategy is green technology. Green technology is an important link between economic growth and environmental conservation, as it involves the development and application of products, equipments, and systems to conserve the environment and natural resources while minimizing negative effects of human activities, using minimal resources like energy and water, and contributing to reduce carbon emissions, water and air pollution through technologies such as solar, electric vehicles, and environmentally friendly building materials. This approach can be seen in Malaysia through the creation of electric vehicles like Proton EMAS, which uses fully electric power, as well as renewable energy application such as solar panels and rainwater recovery systems in green construction to reduce dependence on conventional sources. If green technology is not implemented seriously, negative effects on the environment, economy, and population will occur, including increased carbon dioxide from vehicle emissions, wasted natural resources, pollution of water, soil, and air, and higher national costs for environmental restoration. Other than that, sustainable agriculture and forestry is one of the strategies for balancing conservation. Sustainable agriculture is environmentally friendly farming that does not pollute the environment and is safe for consumption and helps reduce environmental pollution, while sustainable forestry protects and manages forests to provide natural resources needed now and in the future. It supports economic growth without damaging the environment through practices such as agroforestry, controlled use of fertilizers and pesticides, and selective logging to ensure timber resources remain available. In Malaysia, selective logging in the Ulu Jalai Forest Reserve shows how only trees of certain diameter are felled, while young and rare species are preserved, reducing soil erosion and providing job opportunities while maintaining sustainable forest products. If these practices are neglected, forests may be rapidly destroyed, causing biodiversity loss, soil erosion, increased carbon emissions, reduced productivity of agricultural and timber resources, and higher risk of natural disasters like floods that affect community income and economic growth. Last but not least, ecotourism is also one of the strategies for balancing conservation. Ecotourism provides economic incentive to conserve biocultural diversity and protect natural and cultural heritage, addressing problems caused by uncontrolled tourism such as pollution, habitat destruction, and coastal erosion. It involves travel to natural areas that conserve the environment, sustain well-being, and promotes awareness and responsibility among the visitors. In Malaysia, ecotourism sites like Hijauan Hay Ecotourism, Rantau Agro Park, and Paya Lebar Ecotourism shows how nature conservation, community engagement, and cultural experiences can benefit these rural communities. Ignoring sustainable tourism principles can cause pollution, habitat destruction, soil erosion, and loss of international tourists, while well-managed ecotourism creates job opportunities and supports local businesses, proving economic growth can align with the nature preservation.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is UMMI NASUHA and I will be presenting about the initiatives in balancing growth and conservation. The first one is corporate sustainability and ESG practices. ESG encourages companies to adopt cleaner technologies, reduce pollution, and manage resources responsibly. ESG's social dimension is concerned with how businesses handle their workers, customers, and local communities. Businesses that don't implement ESG practices run the risk of losing out on business opportunities. Last but not least, ESG practices signify a significant change in the direction of responsible development. Next, green technology and green growth development approach. The first one refers to products, equipment, and systems that minimize environmental degradation through enhanced efficiency, reduce resources consumption, and lower emissions. Next, encourage industries to adopt cleaner production methods, including energy-efficient machinery. Last but not least, to support innovation in emerging sectors such as electric mobility, green buildings, sustainable agriculture, and efficient waste to energy systems. Next, sustainable construction and green building practices. Efforts to harmonize rapid development with environmental conservation, especially as urbanization, population growth, and infrastructure expansion. The Green Building Index, GBI, as the country's standard for sustainable design and building performance. Malaysia promotes green urbanism through programs like low carbon city frameworks, green townships. It guides construction companies to operate in a greener way. Last, sustainable forestry and community-based natural resource management. It conserves forest resources by controlling logging and introducing forest certification, rehabilitating degraded land, and monitoring continuously. Reforestation and afforestation projects are also all parts of sustainable forestry efforts. Lastly, it gives protection priority to the preservation of value-added high conservation value areas, including water catchment forests, wildlife refuges, and ecological corridors that are naturally homes to endangered species such as the Malayan tiger, orangutan, and the hornbills. That's all from me. Thank you.
In conclusion, balancing economic growth with environmental conservation remains a top priority for Malaysia. As a rapidly developing country rich in biodiversity, the challenge is to expand the economy while preserving our ecological assets. Sustainable development requires economic strategies that support social equity, environmental protection, and long-term resilience. Initiatives such as green technology, sustainable agriculture, ecotourism, and inclusive fiscal policies show that growth and conservation can go hand in hand. At the national level, policies like the ecological fiscal transfer, stronger forestry laws, and international commitments such as REDD+ incentivize states and industry to protect natural resources. Corporate sustainability and ECG practice further reinforce responsible development. In short, economic progress and environmental conservation are mutually reinforcing. By balancing growth with conservation, Malaysia can safeguard natural resources, strengthen the economy, improve societal well-being, and secure a sustainable future for generations to come.